final space, putting a bow on the 2025 Canes season. I gave my last podcast on that regular season, recapping the game. You know how I feel about that tough way to lose. We're going to try to get a few more people in here, and we'll get started at that point. If you're watching this on YouTube, I am live on YouTube as well, so please join me on YouTube as well. You can ask questions about how it went. My experience, the semifinal and final, were just nothing short of outstanding. It was quite an experience, one I will never forget. I also spent a week in Las Vegas, which, by the way, will be the host of the 2027 National Championship game. And my room overlooked Allegiant Stadium. So, hoping to get back. I go back to Vegas every January. Hopefully, Miami's there again next year. So, without further ado, we're going to get started. We're going to get started with Mikey Grabbag. Mikey Grabbag, good evening. You're on the air.
Hey, Danny. Tough end of the season for the Canes, but hell of a year, I think.
No doubt about it.
You can't get too upset about it.
No.
Losing some good first-round talent to the draft, but I think this is, all in all, a great year. Restored the program. A little too much Michael Irvin for my liking. I don't know what you thought about that, but I felt like he kind of overshadowed the kids a little too much.
I mean, look, Michael Irvin's part of the family. I mean, listen, he's a mentor to our players, and I felt that was an important thing to have. There's no question about that.
Yeah, maybe that's a TV problem, not a him problem. But I feel like Mendoza was the star of Indiana.
Oh yeah,
like Irvin was the star of Miami.
I'll tell you
too much. I get your point.
Yeah, Mendoza's a hell of a player. There's no doubt about that. All right, so thanks for the talk. The next, thank you. Next speaker will be Scott. Scott, go ahead. You're on the air. Go ahead. Scott, go ahead.
How you doing, Daniel?
Good. Well, decompressing, taking it easy, relaxing, all the above.
I've heard the crowd was kind of 60, 40, 70, 30. You was there in person. I wasn't. I live in South Carolina. Couldn't make it down for the game. On a busy work schedule. But you was there, saw it live in person. What would you say the crowd difference?
I would have to say it would have to be maybe 60-40 us. But that Indiana crowd, holy mackerel. Yeah. That crowd was vocal. They were vocal. Yeah. They were very, very vocal. I can tell you that from experience.
Yeah, you could tell it on the TV. What do you think about next year, Danny?
I think we're going to do well. Yes, we've got some good players coming in. Hopefully we get the Mensa thing done, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, okay, well, good following you, and keep up the good content, and go Canes.
Thank you, Scott. Go Canes, my friend. Hey, thank you, Canes Cat brother, Canes Cat Heat 305 on YouTube. Let's go, my brother. Hey, we got a lot of work ahead of us. It's a great year, but now we move on to 26. So want to see who else. We'll get a few more people in here that want to speak, and let's do that. Good question on the baseball spaces on the follow-up. The baseball spaces will start Eric on February 13th. We'll start after the Lehigh game. Pullman and I will have those. So we'll go from there. So we're gonna have those starting, man. Hey, good to have you on YouTube, my friend. So listen, we're here. Oh, we got our next speaker up, and it'll be Andrew. Andrew is our next speaker. Andrew, good evening. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Danny Boy Kane. How you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. Good.
Hey, so big Hokie fan here, ACC fan as well. Just want to congratulate you guys on the big season this year.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You guys are good. You guys have a good coach coming in, James Franklin.
Yeah. So that was going to be my question. With James Franklin in town, I know we got you guys on the schedule next year. How do you think that game's going to go?
I don't know. It's too early to say at this point. I want to see what we have on the roster. I want to see how we do with certain positions. But we're getting players around Malachi Tony on offense. We're getting Moulton back on defense. We're getting a lot of key guys back. We do lose key players on the offensive line. We're probably going to have mainly a new offensive line. We'll see how that goes. we'll see how it goes. That's all I can say. Hey, Tony's YouTube 542 on YouTube. Thank you for the great season. Thank you, Tony, for that comment. Greatly appreciate that. So yeah, I expect we're going to have a good season. I think Virginia Tech's going to have a good season as well, but we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. Well, all the best, Danny. Congrats again.
Thank
We'll
you.
See you next season.
Thank you. Take care, man. God bless you. Hey, great season. Great season. It's been a hell of a ride. It's been a ride I will never forget on a personal level. And for many of us, this team took us on a hell of a ride this year. This team took us on a hell of a ride.
One more question, Danny. I might be, you probably already know, I might be a little behind you. Just seen on Twitter here where Pringle is coming back.
Yeah, I did see that. Great news. That's a very important piece. Getting Pringle back, because that's a big piece on the offense. Zach, thank you very much for the comment. Good to see you at the game. I was at both games, the semis and the finals. I could tell you it was amazing. It was an amazing atmosphere, an amazing experience. Again, I went to the Final Four in 23, and that atmosphere was amazing in Houston. But to have these two games, the semifinals against Ole Miss in the desert, and by the way, great experience I had with Paul Bissonnette at his home and the Barstool guys. Completely amazing experience. And then going to the semifinals against Ole Miss, and then the finals, incredible.
And besides the national championship game at Hard Rock, Danny, what was the best atmosphere, your opinion, the one that you went to?
I went to the semifinals against Ole Miss in Phoenix. It was my first trip to Arizona, and I got to tell you, it was just amazing to see that in person. I had never been to Arizona, so it was my first trip there. Going to State Farm, wow. Just unreal. An unreal experience.
Did you go to Dallas?
I did not, unfortunately. My back was killing me that New Year's weekend, and I couldn't even walk. I'll be very honest. I could not even walk how bad my back was. And I was joking with the guy, Rob Weaver. I went to Duffy's to watch the game at the sports bar hurt. I went hurt. But you know what? Getting that win against Ohio State was well worth it.
Oh, it made a good New Year, didn't it?
It sure did. It sure did.
How cool was that Mincy guy? I know I've seen you out there with him.
Mincy, I thought, was very good. I mean, he's very good fan. Big solid Ole Miss fan. You could tell that he had that Louisiana drawl on him. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, I've seen him in some of the poker tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, I was told about that. He went to a World Series of Poker tournament in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I've seen him in Cherokee there a couple years ago, North Carolina. He was up there playing in poker. I think Big Cat kind of puts up his money and backs him a lot.
Yeah, I just leave that one alone. That's between him and Big Cat. So anyway, let me get more speakers in. Thanks for the comments there. I greatly appreciate that. Our next speaker is going to be Don Johnson. Don Johnson, you're next. Go ahead. Hello, Don.
Hey, what's going on? I'm driving. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Don.
Yeah, so I'm thinking next year's our year, right? I mean, look at the transfers we just got.
And we got Pringle back also.
Yeah, and Pringle, and more importantly, we got rid of Carson Beck.
Yeah, now we got to see if the Mensa thing goes through. We got to see how that plays out.
Yeah, he'll be better than Beck. Beck is a sex addicted loser.
No, I think Beck had a very good year, but all in all, I think he had a very good year.
What about him blaming the coaches? He said the coaches called the plays, not him.
Yeah, I don't take into that. Listen, that was a throw. When I saw the play, basically there was a miscommunication at the end there, but
No, I'm talking about earlier in the year.
Early in the year, okay. Early in the year, look, Carson Beck does what he needs to do. He finds a way to win.
Except for when it counts.
Yeah, that national championship game, that's another matter. But When he got us the semifinal win against Ole Miss.
I mean, yeah, he did. But I mean, we were better than Indiana. No one will remember that now. Everyone will think Indiana was much better than us.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Indiana game, Don.
And I'll be right back. You guys can go ahead.
Right, and I'll answer this way. Indiana did all the little things correctly that we didn't. Indiana made the key plays when it mattered that we didn't. That's just the bottom line. They made the plays, we didn't. They made us pay for mistakes. That's all. I simply put, Indiana, that night, they were the better team. And they converted the big plays when it counted, and we didn't. That's what it boiled down to, really. That's what it really boiled down to. Yeah, so I want to see who else wants to have their say. I got a post from. By the way, another note from Danny Price, who posted this earlier tonight. Let me see who posted this early this evening. Mohamed Toure will be back in 26, so that's a big get for us, getting Mohamed Toure back. And that's key. That's key right there.
Are you sure about Toure coming back then?
Toure is coming back. It is confirmed this evening.
Okay, great news.
All right, so we're going to get Bryce in next. Bryce, good evening. You're on the air. Go ahead and speak, please.
Hey, Danny. What's up? It's been a while.
It's been a while. It sure has.
Oh, well, hey, man, I hope you enjoyed going up to those games this year. I hope you had a good time.
I did. It was an experience, Bryce, I will never forget.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. You know.
By the way, Bryce, Eric says good evening, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but
hey,
go ahead.
I was gonna say what's up there.
Eric's not here and on the room yet, but yeah, he just wanted me to pass that on to you.
I got you. Yeah. So, I mean, Danny, if you were to tell me after the SMU loss that we would somehow, some way go on a run with our last couple of games at the end of the season, and then somehow, some way get into the playoffs, and then proceed to go on a run that we did, and then make it all the way to the national championship, I would have been calling you a liar.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't think we'd be there either.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you, what a job, Mario has done and his coaching staff has done, and the players that he's brought in, whether it be recruiting, transfer portal, a lot of these guys, they bought in and, they finally, see what Mario's vision has been. I mean, obviously it's a tough pill to swallow losing to, Indiana, but hey, they were the number one team in the country for a reason, and, they got a lot of playmakers on that team, and we all know what Fernando Mendoza was and is capable of, and like you said, they didn't make a whole lot of mistakes in the game, and, unfortunately we did,
and they still barely won. We were the better team. We didn't have the better quarterback. Like I said, we had that sex-addicted freak.
No, we had a very good quarterback. We just didn't make the plays.
He was not very good.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was.
The team around him was good.
The team around him, yes, but the quarter, he was good at making a play when he needed to, except at the end. I don't know about that, but
to be fair, we had 40 different. There's probably 40 to 50 different college quarterbacks that could have won that game.
No, I think Carson Beck gave us the best chance to win at that point in time.
Look.
I mean, yeah, maybe on the roster.
Look. He threw 37 times at Ole Miss the week before. It's not like they were afraid of giving him the ball either.
Look.
Ole Miss isn't Indiana.
Look. This is how I look at it. Should have never been in that situation to begin with. and look at how the first half went. We couldn't convert a third down.
No, we were terrible there.
We could not.
Why do you think that was?
Was
No, I see Dilfer's in here. I met him at the game.
Yeah, but go ahead, Bryce. Your point on third downs.
Look, I mean, here's what kind of ticked me off about that. You know the touchdown that Mark Fletcher had.
Yeah, the 57-yarder.
Yeah, we were running that play. Like I think it was the first two plays or the first 3 plays of the game, and then we got away from it. Why did we get away from it? And I understand, people have their opinions on Dawson, which understandably so. But I mean, when the way sometimes I like what Dawson calls every now and then, because he'll come up with a nice call here and there, but then at the same time it's like, what are we doing? But again, if you can't convert third downs, you're not going to win a game.
And especially against a team like that.
Exactly. If you can't, here's the other thing that I didn't understand. We go for it on that fourth down. We get it barely.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then I forget where the heck the ball was. I think it was on the 42 or 35.
Around there.
It was 4th and 2. And it was ticking down towards the end of the half. And we decided to go for a 50-yard field goal.
That was stupid. That was a coward move.
It was. Because that I will agree with you on. Because if we decided to go for it on that fourth down and barely got it, at that point, you might as well roll the dice again. I mean, if you don't get it, you don't get it.
I mean, the reason they went for it is because they didn't trust the quarterback. Pretty obvious.
Well, it's not even. I don't know, man.
See, you're trying to justify it. But
I'm not trying to.
Danny knows I'm right.
No, I think Carson Beck gave us the best chance to win the ball game.
No.
I think he did. I still think he did.
Carson Beck.
He was the weakest link.
No, he wasn't.
Who was weaker?
The special teams. About special.
On Carson Beck. I'm glad Carson Beck is gone. I think Carson Beck is a great quarterback. He was a good quarterback for Miami this year. But so many people was pulling against Carson Beck and against Carson Beck for other reasons that it just made them pulling against the whole team. You see what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I know the Cavender twins, so I'm not a fan of them.
Right. That's right. I mean, that's my point exactly. I mean, I think Carson Beck's a good quarterback. In my opinion, I'm relieved that he's gone. I think with Mensa, if we close out the deal with Mensa.
Yeah, you get Mensa, you get the Duke receiver with him also, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
My sources are telling me Mensa's a done deal.
The court has to February 2nd. We'll know on that.
Yeah, it's a done deal.
February 2nd, you'll know.
That's just procedural bullshit.
The TikToks every time. I mean, I know all y'all seen them on there. The interviews that they had, that sloth guy that acting like Carson Beck. I'm just tired of all year. I was tired of seeing that. I mean, the negative that come with Carson Beck that wasn't all his fault.
That was at Georgia too.
Right. It just kind of followed him throughout his career. I mean, what did he do different? And then Fernando. I mean,
all right, guys. I'm going to switch over. They asked me what are my expectations for baseball this year. My expectations for baseball this year. Let's get to Omaha. We were 3 outs away from Omaha last year. We're gonna have a better team this year, and I think we can make a. I think we'll make a deep run back. We'll make another deep run.
Can we get Dilfer a mic? He just messaged me and said he's been waiting.
All right, yeah, we're gonna get Dilfer. Let's get Dilfer on now. Dilfer, you're on the air. Go ahead, speak, please.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to echo what Don and Scott said. I think Carson Beck really fucked us. A really good season.
I don't agree.
Yeah, that's okay. And then I was actually at the game, and I saw you tweeted about Dan Dockich, and I just wanted to say he is fantastic.
Yeah, he was in. I'll tell you a little funny story about that before I go to my next speaker.
Yeah.
Dan Dockets was in the line with me, and I shook his hand. I got to tell you, it was a pleasure to meet the guy. He was a good guy. Good
He's
guy.
a big dude.
Oh,
too.
yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying about that.
He could knock someone the fuck out. I wouldn't mind him taking over the quarterback duty.
Nah, I don't know about that one. But anyway, let me get Thomas Carroll on next. Thomas, go ahead. You're on the air. Go ahead and speak, please.
Hey, Thomas.
Hi. Do you think the D line would be just as good?
I think it'll be better.
In the second earlier today.
I think it'll be better. I think it'll be even better.
And then another thing I wanted to talk about, this Uncle Luke character. Do we really need that around our program?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Still, from it, here's my take on that.
Hey, can you follow me back, by the way?
Yeah, let me give my take on that.
Thanks.
Look, I like Uncle Luke. I like the guy, but there are certain things you have to keep in house, and I felt that was one of them. He did that same crap last year. I said, Luke, you got to keep that in house. There are certain things that don't need to be out there. If you have an issue with somebody, okay, do it in house. Keep it in house. Don't go out there and tell everybody how about this in public. Don't do that. It's a bad move. It's a bad move, and
Comeback move is what it is.
yeah, it's that too. But come on, you want to talk about that? You do it in house.
Hey, Danny, I was going to ask you, what is your favorite pizza that you did with Portnoy?
Ooh, I gotta say, Marina's last year, the
Yeah.
only one I did.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting when they did that banner reveal in the Chicago office.
Yeah, I happen to like. I got a chuckle out of that, and I got to tell you, I was surprised when I saw it. So when they brought it to my attention.
Yeah. How much did they buy your ticket for both of those games?
It's my understanding they did.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
I did thank them at the end of the last podcast, by the way.
Yeah. Now, is that the first loss with those shoes?
No, there've been other losses with those shoes. Let's put it that way.
But they got a good record, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yes.
Are you affiliated with? I know you hang out. Like I know I saw you with Missy and the guys out in Arizona. Are you? And do you work with Barstool?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
I didn't know because you're kind of along with them.
Now, I got to tell you something about Barstool. I thought they did a very good job. They were first class all the way. And I tremendously thank them a lot for what they did for me.
Well, they introduced you to the coach of the Lightning.
Yes. And I felt that was pretty good. And I was pretty good. I was a little surprised about that one.
Yeah, and that guy
Biz. I told Biz, I said, Biz, give me that salad recipe. That salad was unbelievable.
Yeah, I love that moment when those douchebags from Ole Miss were fucking with us, and then
oh my God. Oh, I gotta tell you, I knew. Let me tell you when I knew we were gonna win that game. Okay, I'm gonna tell you when we won that game. We won that game when we stopped Ole Miss after the Beck interception. When we held them to a field goal.
And those kids were awfully quiet when Biz came over next to you, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But let me tell you something. I just felt.
I guess it was in good fun.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We won that game when we held Ole Miss to a field goal. When we did that, I knew right then and there we were going to win. Yeah. Because yes, Ole Miss scored, but I knew we had Carson Beck. We had the experienced guy that has come up big in those situations before.
See, I disagree. I think the offensive line won that.
Yeah, no, I think Carson Beck did also.
Now, I'm a Giant fan, as you know. Do you think there's any chance Francis will fall to 5 in the draft?
I don't know. I have not seen any mock drafts, so I can't answer that one because I don't know.
I know Giants fans would love the luxury of Francis, and Ruben Bain could go top 10 too.
He might even go top 5.
Yeah, they both could.
Yeah, but yeah. Look what we have coming back on the D line. Moulton's coming back. We're gonna have 2 new ends that might end up being even better than Bain and Mesidor. That's saying something.
I don't necessarily agree with, but possibly.
Possible. I said possibility.
Yeah. Bain was special, man. He's
Ditto Mesidor. Ditto for Mesidor.
It's going to be hard to get better than Bain and Mesidor. I hope if we can be just as good, that would be.
I think we could be just as good, honestly.
Yeah.
Is
Danny.
Jacoby Thomas back?
Jacoby Thomas is gone.
He's going to the NFL. Okay.
Yeah, Jacoby Thomas.
Danny.
Scott.
All right, Thomas, go ahead.
I'm from here. I'm from Augusta, and I'm a member at this course.
Yep. It would it be Augusta National?
No. And this guy, his name is Mike Murphy. One of the people that works there. I talked to him the day of the Ole Miss game at the course, and one of the guy that works there told me he donated $2.5 million last year to get Carson Beck.
Wow, did not know that. Is that right?
$2.5 million to get Carson Beck's $4 million.
To go to Ole Miss?
No, to go when Carson Beck was in the transfer portal last year.
Yeah.
And they paid him $4 million. He donated $2.5 million to get him.
Wow, interesting. So let me get Jen Chersky in. Thanks, Thomas. Jen, good evening, man. What's on your mind, buddy?
What's up, Danny? I feel like this is 2015 Clemson all over again. Remember when Clemson went on the first? They went to the finals.
Yep, against Alabama in the desert.
Right back.
Yep, and the next year they played. If I'm not mistaken, they did it the next year against Bama. If I'm not mistaken.
They won it the next following year. It's Clemson all over again. We lost, close game.
Late.
We're gonna go. People saying we're not gonna go back. We're gonna go all the way back. Trust me. Bookmark it right now.
Okay, and here's the thing. Guess where I was on this trip also?
Where?
Vegas.
Exactly. You see?
Vegas. And here's the thing. Where my room overlooked was Allegiant Stadium.
Were you at the Treasure Island by chance?
No, I was not.
Okay, because I just stayed at Treasure Island. So wait a second. So next year is it a 16-team tournament?
I don't know that to be.
We will find out tomorrow.
Okay, so Jen says we'll find out tomorrow.
Oh, that comes out tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day on the agreements of the Big Ten and the SEC. If
Guys,
not, it's going to stay at 10. That's
Okay.
12.
I got to tell you something. I do not want this tournament going to 24. That's too many teams.
Think about
No, 16. 16. The SEC commissioner already said it. He said he don't want to do 24. Either 16.
24 is too many teams, guys.
He said he rather it stays at 12 than go to 24.
Okay, so we're gonna go 16 if it expands, Jen?
16. If it'll go to 16 tomorrow, then
It stays at 12 next year.
yeah.
Good,
And- but-
guys, I don't want to ruin our sport. It's 24 teams. It's not necessary.
24 is disgusting. That's disgusting. It's
Doesn't that
gonna
make
mess
you
up the
sick?
regular season.
It makes me sick. I mean, it ruins the regular season. It ruins the pageantry of the sport.
Why can't we do what the FCS does?
What do they do?
They have a playoff to crown a champion, and they schedule it the right way.
Well, we have a playoff too. I'm saying do 16.
I think they do 24, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, Jen?
Oh yeah, they do 24. The FCC do 24.
I don't want 24.
Actually, we can learn from the FCS on their playoff
We
system.
won't go to 24. I doubt it. The commissioners are the only person that want 24 is the Big Ten. The Big Ten want 24 teams. The SEC and the ACC don't want 24.
What about the Big 12? What about the Big 12?
I'd rather just leave it at 12. I enjoy the 12 teams.
Yeah, but here's the kicker now. Notre Dame can get in automatically over us if they're in the top 12, even if they beat them, if it stays at 12.
That's the thing, but we're supposed to win the ACC no matter what. Like, the ACC is weak now. Like if we don't win the ACC, then I don't know. Like, Clemson's done, FSU's done. We should run the ACC for years. Just like
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
Notre Dame, I think, actually belongs over James Madison.
You won't get an argument from me on that. I think if anyone should have gotten in this year, it would have been Notre Dame over Alabama.
Just take out the G5 teams. I don't want to see James Madison next year. I don't want
Because
to
it's a
see.
guaranteed loss.
Yeah, I don't want to see Tulane. I don't want to see games like that anymore.
No, I don't either.
No.
Danny,
Sure.
do you by chance know who Mike Murphy is?
I do not. Go ahead, Thomas. Who is Mike Murphy?
I don't know. I was just curious if you knew him. something to do with Miami. He said he went to the university back in like the 1980s.
He must be a booster, Thomas.
Yeah, I think he is a booster. I think that's what the man said.
We got a lot of guys like that. It's kind of fun.
But here's the thing, Jen. Like I said, my room in Vegas overlooked Allegiant Stadium.
Right, that's a sign.
That's a sign. I said, and I go to Vegas every January, and I'll get DM Sports in to speak. So let's get DM in. Go ahead, man. You're on the air. Go ahead and speak, please.
Like, look at our schedule.
Hold on. Let DM speak. DM, go ahead.
I wanted to talk about the Duke situation a little bit and get your thoughts on that, Danny boy.
Sure. Duke thing. Somebody mentioned that February 2nd, you'll know more about the Mensa thing. If anyone could comment on that.
Well, the guy Don before said it's a done deal, and he's a lawyer, so.
Yes, he's an attorney, so he's saying it's a done deal. But we all know how these done deals are.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I think he'll be a great quarterback if we can actually get him in. I'd like to see him in for spring ball.
Mm-hmm. When does spring ball start, by the way, guys? Anyone have an idea?
It doesn't start till March.
March, yeah.
Okay. But by the way, the ACC schedule, I think, comes out when? Next week? Does anyone know when the ACC schedule comes out?
That I don't know. Do we play Notre Dame next year?
Yes, we do. November 7th in South Bend.
Oh, wow. I'm going to go to that game. You should try to go to that game, too, with Barstool.
Yeah, it'd be a great game. Danny, I got one question. On our schedule now, I know everything ain't set yet, but it says our first game is September 12th. Are they just going to move that game to the first week in September, or are we planning on playing another team then?
I don't know. Jen, you want to take that one? Before I get Darby on?
I gotta relook at the schedule again. I don't. You said our first game September 12th.
That's what it says on the schedule. But I don't. The first game next year was supposed to be South Carolina, but they dropped out. You know why?
They'll probably just reschedule another game for the first week.
I think they already did. Yeah, next week. Oh, by the way, Zach Lesnar mentioned, guys, ACC schedule will come out next week. We'll have another space on that, by the way. All right, we'll get Darby on. Let's get Darby to speak. Darby. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get Darby on, get him working. Maybe hopefully his mic's working. We'll get him to work. Get him connected. But while we wait for him, but yeah, next week we're waiting for the ACC schedule to come out. It'll be a great thing when it does.
I'll tell you, how about our basketball team?
Tough loss against Florida State the other night.
Yeah, well, we'll bounce back against Syracuse.
We'll get Darby dropped out. Hopefully we'll get him back. He can come back in. But yeah, tough loss. We'll get Darby's coming back. We'll get Darby back in. All right, Darby's on. Darby, go on and speak, please. Good evening.
Good evening, Danny. I got one thing to say.
Please.
Those Notre Dame fans next year better know a storm is coming to South Bend.
Yes, sir.
A hurricane in particular. We are not going to bow down. We are going to reload. We are going to win the ACC next year. We're going to have a home playoff. Well, another home playoff.
The Orange Bowl.
And we're going to win the national title, brother. We are not going away. We will not go quietly. We're going all the way, brother.
First of all, a false rumor. It's like the Steel for JPA. Take it for what it's worth, which we know it's not true, but I'll repeat the tweet.
Cristobal going to the Steelers.
Yes. Mario Cristobal. That's according to Brian Baldinger, from what I understand.
He's not good enough to be.
No, but here's the quote. Let me repeat. Let me play the quote before I get Colin in. Not out here to play reporter or do any of that nonsense, but I hear the Steelers are very interested in Mario Cristobal, the coach at the University of Miami. I think Mario Cristobal actually would really translate to the NFL. I watched this practice in the spring. The way Mario coached that team reminded me of what old school coaches used to do. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. The Steelers aren't going to hire a college coach.
No, I don't think so either. Colin, good evening.
I think if he was
And you're there for 15 years.
Yeah, you don't turn that much job, but they're not going to offer.
No, Colin, good evening. Go ahead, man.
Hey, Danny, what a great season it was.
Yes.
That was it was a disappointing end to an unbelievable season. I'm excited for next season. I'm eager for Duke to just kind of fold a little bit, let Mensah and that wide receiver come over here. But, Dave, I just want to get your impression of going to those games. How was it coming across with Tate and being around Mincy and then, of course, the Indiana guys? Like, how did that all or how did you feel during it all? What did you think of those guys? I'm curious.
I thought they were very good guys. I think they were very good people. Tate did a tremendous job documenting it. Vic, I'll get you in a second. Mincy was a good guy. Biz, great guy. Great, funny as hell, too. Good guy, too. Yes, I did. Talk to John Cooper. Very good experience there. Then I went to the finals. The Indiana guy, Caden, who people didn't notice. He was their center the year before. And I'm sure you saw the video after the game. I had left, but he went down to the field to greet his old teammates. And they praised him. They praised Caden to a man. That's how respected that guy was on that team.
Really? Yeah, Danny, it sucks to lose to Indiana like that, but they are such a likable team.
They're a great team. They're I think they're the greatest coached team of all time. Are they the best team of all time? Are they the best team of all time? No. Are they the best coach team of all time? Yes.
Maybe.
I'll say yes. Let me get Vic and I'll bring Scott and Thomas back. Hey, Kane, good evening.
Hey, how are you, Danny?
Good.
What's going on?
Good. What's going on?
Look, it was a great season. Me, Dilfer, a few of the other guys, we were down here at the very bottom, when all this started.
Yep.
We helped out John, promoting his Life Wallet Sports, and along with Gio and Lorraine. And
is Life Wallet still around?
I don't think so. I mean, it's MSP Recovery, but John supposedly has another company.
Was it a pump and dump?
Listen, I don't know. It's all in the rearview mirror.
Right.
I know he has another company, and look, he's been very generous to this organization, and he's going to continue to be generous. And look, it's a great feeling. Winning is better than losing. Look, I was watching the tape on that interception from Coach Hayes. I don't know if you saw it. It was the right look. He just didn't throw the ball far enough, because if he would have threw the ball far enough, it was a touchdown. I mean, he had the protection. He only threw the ball about 34, 35 yards. I mean, if he would have threw it another 10 yards over, that would have been either A, incomplete, or B, a touchdown. We win the game. It's just disappointing. The kid number 87, he didn't even block down, put his body out there.
That was Bauman.
Yeah, the kid from Red Bank Catholic.
He's lost the game. Can you believe that, Vic? That kid's from Red Bank Catholic. Crazy.
Hey, Badger, how you doing? You still own that stock? The gold miners? Give me a thumbs up.
Danny.
Sure.
Did you see after Mark Fletcher scored and then Indiana punted, it was actually a trick play? And then
That you're talking about the block punt. The thing with that was Mal only tried to be a hero on that play. I appreciate what he tried to do there, but you got a field position in a game like that against a team like that. It's very important to have. You need to have field position in that situation.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy you got to enjoy the ride. If anyone that deserved it, it was definitely you. Glad that Barstool stepped up and you went to the games, and look, it was a good season. There's a lot to be things to be proud of.
Yes, absolutely. Great season.
The landscape of recruiting has definitely changed going forward. A lot of these elite players are definitely going to give Miami a look, especially the defensive players. I mean, who wouldn't want to play for Jason Taylor and Todd Stroud? Now, think about it. In the last 5 years, between those two coaches, Todd is the assistant, Jason is the head defensive edge coach. You got Bain, you got Mesidor, probably first, second round. A lot of people don't realize that Stroud put Rousseau and Phillips in the first round. Was it 4 or 5 years ago? And Stroud was sick. He had some health issues. Manny kind of demoted him. He still stuck it out. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. His son is a walk-on the team, Stone. He gets his tuition for 10 cents on the dollar. That'll tell you he's not leaving. So we got Taylor and we got Stroud at the edge for the next 3 or 4 years minimum. You also got what?
Sorry, I have misbehaving coffee.
No, that's okay. We got
Vic, I have a question. Is your uncle the guy that walks Mario out?
No.
Who is that? Like his bodyguard?
That's Ed Hudick.
Okay.
He was the retired chief of Coral Gables.
Is that like the big dom of Miami? You could say that.
Yeah, he's the big dom of Miami.
All right, let me get.
He's not like Big Dom. Big Dom's a jerk.
All right, hold on. Let me get Cousin Tony to speak. Whoa. Let's get Cousin Tony to speak. Cousin Tony, go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Cousin Tony.
Danny, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Do you know who Nick Allen is?
I do not. Does anyone know who Nick Allen is?
Nope.
No.
Nick Allen. He reports on a lot of the Miami sports. He's posting a lot of stuff, and I haven't vetted him yet on how accurate his reporting is, or how in tune he is with Miami sports. But he's reporting Mario Cristobal is thinking about an NFL job.
Yeah, I read that story from JFA earlier this evening. I think I'm going to put that in here so y'all could see it.
Guys, he's not going anywhere.
Of course not. No, absolutely not.
No, Mario, Danny, you know as well as anyone, Mario's not going anywhere.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Let me address this. If you look at the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they've had 3 coaches in like the last.
It's young defensive coordinators in the NFL they hire. They're not going to hire
Chuck Noll. They hired
Bill Cowher. Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
That's it.
Mario does not fit the mold for that program. Okay?
Yeah, they're not hiring a college guy. Now, if Mario was offered it, he'd be dumb to turn it down.
And you're there for 15 years.
Well, listen, I don't think he would want to do that because he just spent $8.5 million on a house. Plus, they would have to buy out his contract. That's number 2. Number 3, his wife is going to have a say, and they love Miami.
Oh yeah,
she's a big socialite. If you look at her Instagram,
Jessica.
Yeah,
Jessica Chris.
She's amazing. She's very big into the community.
Is she pretty hot?
She's a very attractive woman, and he's got his kids, and he got his kids that are both at Columbus, and his brother
is a cop.
Close with his brother's a cop,
and he's from Miami, guys. He played Miami. This is his dream job. Do
you think he would want to go and live in a rugged, rustic town of Pittsburgh? And first of all, he pays no state income taxes on his salary. So think about it. He makes $8 million a year at 11% taxes. That's almost $900,000 he's going to pay in state income taxes. No, I don't think so. And he's going to get his kids to go to school with Miami.
By the way, anybody in the chat, if you're on the YouTube chat, StreamYard, come on in and say what you have to say.
But the NFL is more of a headache now. Like, you have a bad season, you're in a hot seat. I don't think he's leaving Miami for that.
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, by the way, if you're on YouTube, watching on StreamYard, join me on my YouTube channel. Post in the chat there. We'd love to have you. I'll have to read your comment. We may even read your comment on the live stream tonight. Let's get some people in there as well. But anyway, continue.
I just think the future looks great. I mean, we're stacked in the backfield. We get this quarterback from Duke. We're stacked at wide receiver. I think it would be nice if we could pick up another offensive lineman to play that left tackle. Any word on Seton yet?
I heard that his uncle's kind of holding out on money from LSU.
Vic, is your nephew still on the team?
No, he got a severe concussion. He went helmet to helmet with Nigel E. Kelly, and they both actually got concussions.
That's I'm sorry to hear that.
No, he wound up getting he actually had a CTE from it, and his football career ended. And he graduated last year. He just got his MBA from Lehigh, and actually the Lehigh coach wanted him to play, but they wouldn't allow him to play because they don't take on grad transfers in that conference for some reason. But hey, listen, you know what? These kids, he's gonna be okay. He's
got a free education in a great school.
Yeah, I mean, this kid was driving a Porsche in his freshman year of college before NALs.
All right,
came out.
All right, guys, let me get Danny Price in. Danny, good evening, my friend.
Hey, Danny, good evening.
Hey, what's up? So it's been a while.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I took like a day or two just to kind of process everything that happened after Monday night. You know, I could say that I'm doing better, obviously today than I was after Monday night. Putting things in perspective, you know, listen, what a hell of a ride this team gave us. You know, being one drive short of winning the national championship. Who would have thought that after the SMU game? I mean,
nobody.
Crazy to think the journey we've been on. This team, the future is super bright. I definitely believe in all my heart of all hearts that this team could definitely be back in the national championship game sooner rather than later.
Oh, and by the way, Danny, I was in Las Vegas, as I told people, overlooking my room, and Jen says it's a sign. Allegiant Stadium. I could see Allegiant Stadium from my room. The site at next.
When we lost to SMU, Danny was like probably one of the very few that still knew he was going to go to the playoffs. He was the only person that believed. Like when we lost to SMU,
he's always positive.
But Danny still believed.
He is.
He was the only positive person.
Danny.
Sure.
Well, wait a second.
Yeah.
I have a tweet. If you go to my page, I said if we get into the playoffs, and it was on November 30th, we're going to the championship. So I remain positive.
All we needed was an opportunity. And that's what I was hoping the committee would give us. I just didn't think the committee was going to do us that favor. You know, I didn't trust the committee to do us that favor.
So if any of you guys are on Facebook, I actually run a group. It's called the U Football Fan Group. It's the U Football Fan Group. There's about 8,900 members. Steve Kim is in it. A lot of people are in it. We just chat during the game, and we post things. So if any of you guys are interested, feel free to join. And just we'll approve you.
Yes, they do a great job over there on Facebook.
Steve Kim's phenomenal.
Yes, great guy.
I love him on his show with Jason Whitlock. They do a great job.
Hold on a second. I'm going to text him now.
Yeah, see if he can join.
By the way, boys,
do you want to come into Danny Boy's space?
Hey, by the way, tight end coach. Bryce says we need a new tight end coach.
I've heard. Gio mentioned two names that were interesting that came to mind. One of them was James Cooley. The other one was the former tight ends coach we had, Hartley, or was it with the H?
I don't remember the name now.
You are right. It's Hartley or Hartley.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Corey Heatherman?
Oh, I love him.
Yeah,
I love him. He's the best defensive coordinator we've had.
Carried us. He carried us.
No, I say that because I just wonder. I think we're going to get him for another year, and then I think he's ready for a head coaching job.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be, and I hate to say that. If the defense does anything similar to what they did this year, I mean, think about it.
Who wouldn't want him?
This defense held every opponent they played under 30 points.
Exactly.
That says a lot.
And think about
knowing the offenses we played against.
We all know the one goal next year: get to Vegas. Winning the ACC is not enough anymore.
Yeah, well,
we need a bye.
We need to win the ACC, get a bye, get a game.
Yeah, ACC. That's the one you gotta have. Gotta have that.
It can't be replicated. Really. It can be, but it's really difficult.
especially now if they stay at 12. Like I think Jen said tomorrow, they're going to decide whether they go to 16 or not.
Well, I know
if we don't get a bye,
the Big Ten wants to go to 24, but to me that's ridiculous. It should be 16.
That ain't happening.
No, I agree. That shouldn't happen. It should be 16 to cut off and do with that.
And then with 16, how do you organize it at 16?
Well, honestly, it really, if you want to keep it at 12, it should be 12. But the group of 5 teams should have their own tournament. It should be 12, but it should be 12 of the 12 best teams. Like
okay, let's say if it goes to 16, what do you do with that?
Well, I would say the same thing. If whether it's 12 or 16, I would say 16. I would say make it the 16 best teams. The group of 5, no matter whether or not Tulane, USF, North Texas, whatever you name it. To me, they should have their own field, their own tournament to play in against the group of 5, and that should be that. To me, it just. The group of 5 shouldn't be in this thing. They shouldn't be in it. They're not the same.
Well, listen, guys. If it moves to 16, we lost 2 games this season, right? We can we'll get in. I think as a 1 seed, let's kick the shit out of the group of 5. I don't worry about
because
that.
now the top 4 seeds won't get buys anymore if it goes 16.
Yeah, so they should take advantage of those groups.
Well, wait. In the 16, so nobody will get the buy?
Jen, is that my understanding? Nobody gets to buy if it goes 16?
I'm pretty sure I saw something where they did have buys. It's incredibly complicated.
I think the first.
Hello?
Go ahead.
I think regardless of whether it went to 16 or 24, I think regardless.
Are you guys there?
They would have a buy.
Hold on, guys. Okay, let's get Brogan in. Brogan, go ahead, man. What's on your mind? Good evening.
Hey, Danny. I just wanted to say it's been great to follow along with you on the last 2 roads there. Good year for the Canes. I'm a Hawkeye fan.
Let me tell you this about Iowa. Your fans travel. I was in Tampa. I was at the ReliaQuest Bowl, and I'm going to tell you something. Your fans travel.
All the time, Danny. I went to UCLA last year to the Rose Bowl Stadium for that game. Traveling to Ann Arbor next year, so we travel. But I've got family who's Canes fans, so I always like following.
Yes.
But I'm also a Steelers fan. So what do you think about this Mario?
Okay. First of all, what's the deal? What's the deal with all that? Brian Baldinger. Of course not.
He's not going anywhere. He's here to stay.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that. I know this came from Brian Baldinger.
I don't think we're going to go for him. I think we're going to hire Shula from the Rams, but it was interesting to see that buzz today.
Yeah, I was reading that.
Isn't the pattern in the history of the Steelers, they like to hire somebody in their 30s, for a decade or 2?
The last 3 guys have been, which goes back to 1969, 70 years. Defensive coordinator, first-time head coach in the NFL, typically are between the ages of 30 and 40 years old.
Yeah, Mario's, 55?
Guys,
He's 55.
He's comfortable at my
He's in his 50s already? I thought he was
Believe it or not, the same age as me.
I thought he was younger.
I'll tell you a little story. No, I'll tell you a story. Mario Cristobal was born 3 days after me in the same year.
How about that graphic they showed with
Danny, you look great for being in your 50s.
55, as a matter of fact.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
Look like you're in your 50s.
I thought you were like 42 at most.
Go ahead. Who was speaking last?
No, I was going to say I thought it was interesting when they showed Mendoza's father and then Mirabel and Mario all went to the same high school.
Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, his father's a pediatrician.
Yeah, really successful guy.
Good family.
I tell you what a failure though by Mario not recruiting Mendoza.
I think
that wasn't Mario.
That was Manny.
That was Manny Diaz.
That was Manny. That was Manny at the time. When we fired Manny.
Recruited him after he left.
Mario tried to get him in the portal, but apparently Mendoza already had locked in with Indiana.
Yeah.
We offered him $2 million. I heard that was the price, and he turned it down.
I believe that there was a walk-on with at the time when Mario was here, that Mario would have took him. I mean, Columbus kid, Columbus alum. I mean, I don't see how he wouldn't have.
By the way, some news tonight from Gabby here. I just put it on the bulletin board. Gerard Pringle is staying in Coral Gables.
Yes,
which is big.
That's huge.
Now, what does that mean for Lyle? Does Lyle go in the portal?
Vic, did you ever talk to Steve?
No. He's busy.
Oh, by the way, breaking news: Josiah Trader has just hit the portal.
All right.
So JoJo's in the portal now.
Bye, JoJo.
So
good riddance. Good riddance.
He appears to be NC State bound.
See you later, JoJo.
So JoJo's going to NC State. That means who do we have in the room now?
Now is Ray gone?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, because I'm so sick of Luke. I really am.
He blocked me. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. We lost that SMU game because of JoJo Trader. I'm sorry. I would die on that hill.
Yeah.
All right, so JoJo's now in the portal as of tonight.
I'm fine with that, honestly, because if we're getting that Duke receiver, who I know to be,
He's Mensa's big target too.
yeah, I mean,
but how about the two guys that we just got too?
Yeah, well, we need what we didn't have this year, compared to years past. We didn't have a guy to take the top off the defense, and I believe, from what I've seen, at least on video, I can only take so much of that. Is that kid Jacobs from South Carolina appears that he can do that.
Yes. We really didn't have a deep threat this year.
Yeah.
To stretch the defense.
We have deep threats going into next season. We got Cam Vaughn and that guy from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, you have any concerns about Malachi Tony having an off year like Ryan Williams did?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not with that kid, no.
Nah, he sleeps at the facility.
Now that was okay.
He doesn't paint his toenails.
I guarantee as soon as the quarterback comes in, he'll be practicing with him.
Whoever that quarterback is, if it's whether it be Mensa, whether
He reminds you guys of in the NFL.
Ooh.
Percy Harvin a little bit.
No.
I'm trying to think.
Tyreek Hill. No.
Tyreek Hill.
No. Debo Samuel was bigger.
I'm gonna tell you, Malachi Tony, we got to get weapons around him. By the way, Chris Gonzalez over on YouTube is saying, go Canes, Daniel. What a great season. 13-3. Unfortunately, we came up short for the Natty. Yeah, it hurts losing at home to Indiana, but we will be back.
By the way, you do know where JoJo's going to go, right?
NC State, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I'm almost certain he's going there.
Good for him.
Goodbye, good luck, and God bless.
His best friend, CJ Bailey. Yeah.
Hey, is Teray coming back?
Teray is coming back. Teray is coming back.
Which is big for our linebacking core.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do we have? Who do we have at linebacker now besides Teray next year?
We have Teray. We have Kellen Wiley, who I think is going to play more next year. Popo, if he comes back, I know there's been rumors about whether or not he would hit the portal. I have no idea.
You're hoping that's not the case?
I mean, I think they have. Well, I know they try to get Biles. Obviously, Texas threw the bag at him. So it was just not there at the time. But I could see Miami still looking for a linebacker.
Well,
I think so too.
Linebacker,
remember, our wide receivers next year: Jacobs, Vaughn, Barkay, Malachi, Joshua Moore, Upshaw, and you got the freshmen coming in. Don't forget.
Well, hopefully Moore stays. I've heard rumors that he might enter because I know Florida's after him right now.
Florida's a joke.
I think we need some corners too. We need some corners.
I mean, we also have Wingo and Paris coming in too.
As far as corners, we have Xavier Lucas coming back. We have Ethan O'Connor coming back. I know people are gonna say the game he had.
Bro, I don't know why people are mad at. It's not his fault. Special teams lost us the game.
What about OJ?
I agree, and even some of the plays that was made against him were honestly just great plays.
Like credit Becker for making some of the plays he made. Like those were just some great.
What about OJ Frederick? I mean, he had that.
OJ, yes, OJ's coming back.
Okay, by the way, hold on, guys. We got a comment on YouTube from Chris Gonzalez here. Chris Gons 9963. Daniel, our DL is loaded with Damon Wilson, Lightfoot, Blunt, Justin Scott, also Charles and Hayden Lowe. Your thoughts on that?
Well, we also have other people coming in too. Keyshawn Stencil, Ashari Charles, right?
Yeah, and don't forget
Jordan Campbell from Northwestern.
Don't forget the young buck who stepped up, Jabari Antoine.
Right.
I mean, he stepped up in a big moment against Ole Miss.
And we got DeAnthony Lafayette coming in too.
I'm not really worried about corner. We're still and I don't know as far as what Damari's going to do. I know there's been rumors about him possibly in the portal. I don't know.
Now, when is the portal officially closed, Danny, for us?
So for Miami and Indiana, because they obviously play later than the portal closed, they have 5 days after the national championship,
Which is Monday. Which by the way, the 5th day is tomorrow.
I want to say Saturday. I don't think they're counting Monday. So
Okay, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it is Saturday, Danny. You are correct. It is Saturday.
Saturday would be that day as far as the last
Getting into the portal, but those in the portal, can get picked up after that, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Okay. But yeah, okay, big fan. By the way, Vic, this is for you. Big fan of your work. Please tell Vic, thank you for the Facebook group. It's very insightful. Vic, there's a question for you here, Vic. What do you think about the NFL prospects?
What position?
Miami sucks. What position?
What was the question?
I'll repeat the question most definitely. The question is, what does he think about the NFL prospects?
Specifically for the Canes?
For the Canes, yes.
There's going to be a lot. Of
Bain obviously is going to be. Bain is obviously going to go in the top 5. I mean, I would be surprised if
Bain top 5, BC top. What would you say? Top 15?
I'd say top 10.
No,
he's the number one tackle.
Listen, what he did in the playoffs. Look, he went up against Cassius Howell in the first round. A consensus All-American. He did nothing, and then
he went up against that really good
round,
state defense.
The other All-American, and he shut his ass down. And then he went up against the number 1 defensive edge rusher in the portal this year for Ole Miss.
Yeah,
he kind of shut him down too, and he did very well against Indiana. So I think this kid is proven that he's top 10 NFL talent. It all depends on what the team's needs are. I mean, there are teams that need wide receivers. There are teams that need quarterbacks, corners.
I think there's always teams that need
let's Vic answer. But yeah, do you guys think it's ironic that Penei Sewell was also coached by Mario Cristobal and Francis reminds everybody of him?
Yeah, and it's funny. Oregon is going around telling everybody that they coached them, and that's bullshit.
Right.
And I know for a fact that when Mario first came over, all of those offensive linemen, like Josh Connolly, wanted to come to Miami, but Phil Knight doubled all their NILs, and John Ruiz wasn't going to pay for it, and I know that for a fact.
Okay. By the way, a question.
Ruiz.
Hold on.
The money to pay for it. He's a fake.
All right, we got.
Money was fake with them, right?
Okay, guys, we got a question from Chris Guns 9963. Okay, to everybody in here, how many of our Canes might get drafted in 2026?
Oh, good amount.
I think like 7 at least. 10.
I'm gonna say over 7 actually.
Yeah, I think you can go over 7. I think 7.
We know Bain's gonna get drafted. We know CC's gonna get drafted. Mesdor's gonna get drafted.
That's 3.
I'm talking. I think he mentioned in 20. I wonder if he's talking about the 26th draft.
Deontay Scott's gonna be
drafted. Markel Bell is going to get drafted.
Jacoby Thomas is going to be drafted. Carson Beck will probably be drafted.
CJ Daniels.
That's 7 right there.
I think CJ Daniels is like a day 3 pick.
I think CJ will definitely get drafted. That's
day 3.
Yes, he's mentioning this draft, gentlemen.
Yes, CJ's 8. I'm trying to think who else went up to the draft right now.
Okay, Kane for Life, this one's for you. Who is in your Mount Rushmore of Miami players, and is Edge in there?
Definitely. I would say Vinny Testaverde, Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and I would definitely put Edgerrin James up there too.
Kane for Life, this is what I'll say about that. Obviously, Ray Lewis had a great NFL career, but as a Kane, it's just, do you really remember him as a Kane that much?
Oh,
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, absolutely. He was fantastic.
The teams weren't great then, though.
I watched him.
Yeah, I still think he can be on there.
I think I'm going to put in my Mount Rushmore. I'm going to agree with
you.
every.
Like 2 80s guys and 2 early 2000s guys.
I might go Jerome Brown there.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a story.
What about Highsmith?
What about Sean Taylor?
Ray Lewis was there.
What about Sean Taylor and Andre Johnson?
Yeah, Sean Taylor. It's just so hard to narrow down to 4.
Our Mount Rushmore is 30 guys.
Well, you have to put Testaverde up there because he won the Heisman.
What about Jim Kelly?
No.
You put him up there?
No.
I mean, hot take, but Devin Hester's up there for me.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
That used to be my neighbor. Devin Hester used to be my neighbor.
Because we have so many players.
I love him, bro. Good guy. Real good guy.
I remember meeting him and DJ Williams once at the hospital. And
So Vic, your top running back would be Edge, and then who else? Clinton Portis, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Or Willis McGahee?
Edge, I'd say Edge,
is
Willis.
Probably the best back.
And
that 1 year was so good.
Who, Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, well, that game, James rushed for like almost 300 yards against UCLA. That was still probably the best performance I've ever seen of a running back in my life.
Yeah, Edge had the best program.
And that was when UCLA had a good program.
Yes, they were number 2 in the nation, and we shocked them.
And what about Frank Gore? I mean, he had injuries, but...
Yeah, I think Frank Gore would probably have been the best if he didn't have
Najee Davenport. I mean, he's on Mount Rushmore. I'm just talking about
even Stephen McGuire was a great running back.
I'm just talking about how good the running backs were in that era. Like Najee Davenport was like a 4th string and still had an NFL career.
Yeah. Remember Jamie German? He was good.
Clinton Portis had an amazing NFL career until he got cocky. When he went to Washington, remember?
Well, it's clear the Broncos won that trade. I mean, you don't trade a generational cornerback for a very good running back. You just don't.
No, I agree.
The couple of names that couple of names. Users mentioned Ed Reed, Edge, Larry Jones.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I agree with Dilfer. Jerome Brown has to be on there. If you're going like 280s to 2000s, you go Jerome Brown and the playmaker.
Yeah.
In 2000s, you probably go Ed Reed and Andre Johnson, maybe.
Yeah, or Sean Taylor.
By the way, this offense needs a tight end.
Yeah, he was good too.
But he was the same era as Ray Lewis when they didn't win anything. I don't think they can be on there.
Yeah, but here's the thing. One thing I know for sure from Marsh Cristobal, this offense needs a productive tight end.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Speaking of tight ends, Greg Olson, another great Hurricane.
Yes.
There's another Hurricane I won't mention.
I don't think there's a decent,
when we're talking tight ends.
Is there a decent tight end in the portal right now that we could pick up?
No.
Because if not, by the way, is Bowman out of eligibility? Is he gone?
I think he's gone.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's the one that whiffed on the block punt. He whiffed his block.
He didn't even block.
No, it was a whiff. It was a flat out whiff.
I mean, he literally just put his hand out like, here, free, runner.
Did he try? I wonder if he was trying to chip on that play. Maybe chip him enough to keep him away from the punter.
He wasn't trying to block.
Take that block punt away, Miami wins. It's simple. I don't know why people are blaming Eaton O'Connor. Like, we missed a field goal.
Listen.
Oh no, I'm not blaming you.
O'Connor. No. I'm not saying you did, but like everybody in the social media is blaming you.
No.
I think they just want to find somebody to blame.
Those were phenomenal catches
From Becker. Especially from Becker.
Becker made some phenomenal catch. All you can do is really tip your cap.
Yeah, especially twice on third, once on fourth down, and the other on third down.
Those were perfectly executed plays. That was not O'Connor's fault at all. He was a good player all year.
It doesn't matter who you had at corner there. The guy was just gonna make the play, and credit to him, he did.
Exactly, and I love Bain. I'm a big Bain guy, but that offsides turned into 7 points.
Yes, that was a 3rd and 13, by the way. Also,
I will mention when that Carter Davis 50-yard field goal attempt, when they went for it on fourth down from like their own 30-yard line, I was like, why didn't we go for it there?
Same thing. Like that pissed me off.
Because Carter Davis, if we've all being real here, the guy struggled during the playoffs. I don't know that confidence was fully there to make that kick. I mean, I get it, but I also at the same time feel like if you went from it there, you got to go for it there.
another commenter mentioned, what about Vernon Carey and Vince Wilfork? Back to the other topic from earlier.
It's very difficult to figure it out. There were so many good players.
Yeah, it's tough to say. But yeah, back to the game, by the way. But yeah, I was at the game. I could tell you this. When they hit the upright, I told you, Vic, we missed an opportunity to get 3 points. And against Indiana, it's the little things. It is the little things.
Let me ask you, though, would you have gone for it there?
Given how much time left, I forget how much time was left in the first half.
I think there was time. But I can't recall exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, in that situation, against Indiana.
I mean, think about it this way: if you get it, if you convert it, you can possibly make the field goal closer than it was.
Yeah.
Field goal Carter Davis from outside 45.
How long was that field goal? 50?
50. But pretty much Carter Davis from outside 45, 46-ish has really not been good. So to expect him to line up and make that 50-yard field goal, I thought was asking a lot. I just feel like knowing they went from this in their own 30, I felt like they should have gone for it there.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Danny. At 10-0, going at half, only down 10. Considering it could have been a lot worse.
No, of course. And it still would have been 10-0 had you not made that conversion.
Listen, they didn't knock us out. I mean, they couldn't knock us out.
Yeah, the block punt for the TD and then the missed field goal were killers.
Look, we were resilient. This was like a Rocky Drago fight at the end. And unfortunately, we came up short, but we have nothing to be ashamed of.
At the end of the day, those kind of.
I mean, right? We held the Heisman Trophy winner to under 200 yards.
And we held Indiana under their point total, for being honest, from what they've been scoring in the playoffs and in the regular
take away the block punt. So what did they score in the game?
Honestly, 21,
19.
20, 21, something like that.
Oh, what was it 26-21 the game was?
27-21, I think.
All right, so they scored 20 points. Okay.
Here's the thing. In the first half, we only had 20 yards rushing in the first half.
And they had 45 carries for 130 yards. That was 2.9 yards per rush.
Yeah, all under their totals from.
And their offensive line even said this was the most tenacious defense we ever went up against all year.
Guys, we had a chance to win this game.
No doubt about it.
We did.
Look, we'll be back.
Here's the thing. When we held in I thought this. Let me give you my thoughts.
We're not gonna, we don't have to rebuild. We'll regain.
Now, let me tell you.
We're not rebuilding. We're reloading.
Oh yeah.
Danny, can I ask you a question
Sure.
about your trip to Bisinet's house?
Let me tell you something. That's quite a place. I'm not gonna lie.
It looked very
But it was raining. It was raining over there, and I have to tell you, it doesn't rain in Arizona that often, but when it does, you feel it.
When it rains, it pours, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
So you guys slept at Bissonet's house?
No. I went back to my hotel.
Oh, okay.
I went to my hotel.
So,
were you there with the whole Mincy swim trunks incident where he?
No, I was not. No, I was not.
You're familiar with it, though, right?
I am familiar with it, but I was not there.
So why would he put his bathing suit on his window?
I have no idea.
Like, you put it on the shower rod, right? If you're
I have no idea, Darby, to be very honest with you.
Daniel, you would have put it on the shower rod, right?
No, I would follow the rules of the house. Period. If it's the man's house, I'm going to respect the rules of his house.
what exactly happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you go back after the game? I saw.
No, I did not. I went back to the hotel.
What, you ruined his floor or something?
No, I didn't. No, I chose to go back to the hotel.
Didn't do anything. It was meant to.
Hey, Daniel, did you notice that they specifically, and I'm certain of this now, they specifically, in my opinion, gave more tickets to the Indiana fans than they did
I'm thinking you're probably right, because I could tell you.
You guys a question. What do you think about this Sharon Moore thing? Because he was in court today.
Oh, was he? I didn't even know.
Didn't even bother.
He was by his side, and he was smiling, and she was disgusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, guys, listen, we're going to call this a wrap. I want to.
Come on, DBC. Let's go a little longer.
I got to call it a wrap. It's been a good space to wrap the season. So let's give everybody the final thoughts for the season. We'll start with Canes for Life. Go ahead.
Got a lot to look forward to. The recruiting landscape has changed. We got a lot of money coming into the program, and Miami's a great academic school. It's number 18 in the nation. It's 18% of the students that apply get in. It's like being at a paradise resort, no state income tax, a program that's going to change your life around for the better. And I can't see nothing but upside with this program.
Danny, your final thoughts.
Well, final thoughts is we're not rebuilding, we're reloading this. I feel we'll definitely be back in the Natty sooner rather than later. Credit to Indiana, they made the plays that were there to be made, and they just did a little more than we did. So tip of cap to them. But learn from this experience, let it fuel you throughout the off season and throughout each game, so that when you do get back to this moment, and I do feel they will get back to this moment, remember this moment from Monday night. And so come whether it's next year or the year after, but soon enough, we'll be the ones at the podium celebrating with that hardware.
Dilfer.
Yeah, listen, I think it was just to piggyback on what Vic said, I think this was just a turning point for us. Yeah, we left food on the table. We should have won the national championship this year with, minus some stupid plays. But I think the future looks incredibly bright. I believe in Mario. And, let's have a great offseason, gentlemen.
Danny.
Hold on. Darby, go ahead. Your final thoughts.
Yeah, I think, I don't want to call it a disappointment because we made a national championship at home in our home stadium, obviously, but it's just something. If we make that, what year is this, Mario? Year 4?
You're going into year 5 now.
Right. So in 4 years, he took them from middle of the pack ACC to national championship on their home field. They're going to win a national title with Mario. It's just a matter of time. They're just going to reload. We're in a great spot. We couldn't be in a better spot right now.
Yeah. Thomas.
I just saw on there JoJo Trader.
Yeah, we heard that. Your final thoughts.
I think Miami's going to get it done next year.
Jin, final thoughts.
It may hurt now, boys, but we'll be back. Our offense is going to be better. Our defense is going to be better. We're going to be fine. And our schedule's weak next year. Very weak.
Oh, compared to this year, yes.
Very weak. 12-0, 11-1 minimum. So, see you, boys.
All right, guys. So let me. I'm going to give two final thoughts here before we wrap up tonight. Chris Gonzalez gave. I'm going to give Chris's final thoughts, and I'll give mine. Chris, his final thoughts are: thank you. You did a great job once again every season, and it was a great season. Should have won the Natty, but we will be back. I too believe in Mario, and I agree with that point. And I'm going to give you my final thoughts. It's been a hell of a ride. It's been one outstanding season. It has been a ride none of us will ever forget. Of course, me personally, being at the semifinals and the championship game, sucks that we came up short. But like I said, get to the rules next year has got to be get to Charlotte, win the ACC. But most importantly, once we get to the playoff, get to Vegas, because that will be the most important thing. And one more thank you. This is from Miami Sucks. Thank you to Vic for the Facebook group. It's so informative. Congrats to your nephew on his education and future endeavors. And we will agree with that. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are calling a wrap to the 2025 podcast season for football. Join me again next week. We will be on with the ACC schedule release, and then baseball spaces start February 13th. Take care. Have a great night, and let's go Canes. Thank you, everybody on YouTube, for coming on tonight. Take care. God bless you, and let's go Canes.